What is up, everybody? I feel like I haven't been talking on stories in a really long time. And I always notice it when I start recording because I'm like, when is the last time I did this? Like, I miss you guys and I miss the conversation. So I'm just really inconsistent when it comes to like showing my face on stories, and life gets in the way and it is what it is. But happy to be here, super excited to be like chatting today. I was actually thinking about the last time that I shared beauty related content because I recognize I don't do it that often. And it's not because I'm not interested in it. It's not because I'm not actually like putting makeup and getting ready every day. It's just because I feel like makeup and skincare specifically are such personal things, and we all kind of like what we like, and different things work for different people. But I do think that I want to start opening that up just a little bit and kind of sharing more of what works for me and new things that I'm exploring in the beauty world. And so with that said, I am super excited because I'm partnering with a local med spa called La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center and Medical Spa. And together we're going to be exploring something totally new. So when I say totally new, the new thing is that I'm considering having a very, very minor procedure done. What is not new is the fact that this is something I've been insecure about for years. I mean, probably before high school, which is really sad, but it's true. I am talking about the jawline. So jawline specifically from the profile angle. Just for a bit of context, I've always had a very full face. I love it. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. I think it's what keeps me looking youthful, so I'm here for it. The one thing that has always been kind of an area of insecurity for me is the fact that I never have had a defined jawline. And specifically, there's a patch of skin, you can see it there, and I'm going to include a photo that shows it better from the side. And it's genetic. It's a lot of women in my family have. It doesn't have anything to do with diet or exercise. It's literally just a little bit of extra skin. And so that specifically is what I'm working with the team to target. So before I go on any further, I just have to emphasize the fact that I am sharing this purely from a place of transparency. And I really want you to hear my heart on that because I don't want this to be misconstrued as anything other than me documenting my process, not to suggest or encourage that you should be doing anything. I think, if I'm being honest, it's damaging to me when it's clear that people in society are having procedures done but not being upfront about it, because that's what's creating the internal conflict. Not the enhancements themselves, but just this kind of veil of secrecy around it. So I'm just doing my part to, just help minimize that and to create a safe space where like we can talk about it. And I just want to be really open and transparent in my process. So let's talk about what that process looks like. The entire team at La Jolla Cosmetic is absolutely incredible. I'm working with a nurse named Brittany, and we had a virtual consultation where I sent over some photos. She took a look at me over Zoom, and we kind of just discussed the area of concern as well as all the possible options. And there's so many different options, which I wasn't aware of. This is totally uncharted territory for me. I had no idea that there was such a variety of treatment. Of course, me being pretty naive to the whole thing, I kind of just thought that like everything was going to be really extreme, and that's what I was afraid of. And she totally put my mind at ease and really took her time explaining each and every option to me. And I left feeling super, super confident with our plan of action for treatment. So from the very beginning, I was adamant about wanting to go a route that was non-invasive and non-surgical. So Brittany really helped me to narrow down what the best options would be to achieve maximum impact. And we decided to do Ultherapy, which is something that I had never heard of, and you likely haven't either. So I'm gonna do my best to explain it to you. Ultherapy is an ultrasound-based treatment, which is pretty interesting. What it does is through the machine, you can actually visualize the different layers of the skin, and then it'll send a pulse to those different layers, which results in like firmness and tightness. And my favorite thing about it is that there's no downtime, and it's a very, very, very natural result, which is what I wanted. And then in addition to that, we discussed doing a teeny amount of filler at the jawline, which, okay, when you think filler, maybe this is just me, but like when I think filler, I think it's like expanding spaces and making them full. But as it was explained to me, Filler can actually be used to kind of replicate bone structure. So it's great for areas like the jawline where you're really trying to add that definition. And so we'll be adding a teeny bit of that kind of here just to help carve out and sculpt the jawline. So yeah, that's the story. I'm so excited to bring you along for the process, the treatment, all the behind the scenes. And again, I just have to reiterate, like, listen, you guys, this is purely to document my process and doing something I want to do, but in no way am I suggesting that you follow suit. If you do have questions, please let me know. I will do my best to answer or pass them along to the team that might be more helpful. I'm so grateful to that team, by the way, at La Jolla Cosmetic, because they listened to my concerns. They helped me find the perfect treatment option that was non-surgical, non-invasive, and I just can't wait to see the result. Hey everybody, so I am here with Gretchel, and first things first, today we're gonna get some before photos taken. Hello, hello.
Hi guys.
Alrighty, we've got some heavy duty equipment here. We are ready to get started.
This treatment uses ultrasound pulses. So the pulses come out of the transducer right here, and then I visualize the ultrasound of your skin on the screen right here behind me. So while I'm doing the treatment, I'm constantly looking back at the reference of the ultrasound of your actual layers of skin. So that helps me customize it. And for Mata, we customized hers quite a bit by doing more superficial pulses where we needed to, and then doing deeper, just kind of under the chin area where it needed a little bit more there. We did total 530 pulses, so we did quite a few little pulses in those areas. After the treatment, there's really no pain. There's not a lot of post-care. You might feel a little tender to touch, you know, kind of like when you push like this, that goes away usually within 10 days or so. And then by around 4 weeks, you'll start to see some firming of the skin in the areas that we treated. So focusing on under the chin and up and below the jawline right here.
What's up, everyone? So it's been about 2 months since I had my Ultherapy procedure with the team at La Jolla Cosmetics. If you don't remember what that is or what I'm even talking about, feel free to check out the slide right before this one because I included the reel of our entire process. But now that some time has passed and the procedure has had its chance to work some magic, I wanted to share some initial thoughts. This is a gradual result, so over the course of the next few months, you know, it will continue to do its thing, but I am noticing some things right off the bat, so I wanted to share that with you because I had some questions just asking about the procedure overall, and a lot of you had similar concerns about your jawline, and so just wanted to share some thoughts. So obviously, guys, I'm not a doctor. That should not come as a surprise to anybody. So I'm going to share my personal experience, but really any genuine medical concerns should be addressed with the professionals, and be sure to reach out to them to get like a proper consultation. I'm going to include all of their information here. Okay, so just as a quick little recap, why Ultherapy, why this route? Most people have never even heard of it, myself included. But what really intrigued me initially is the fact that it is a non-invasive procedure. So no needles, which was such a huge priority to me. In fact, the most important thing in considering what I wanted to do. It's great that there's no downtime. So once the procedure is complete, you're in and out of there. It's business as usual in most cases. And last but not least, I love that in addition to being effective and allowing you to really target genuine areas of concern, the purpose of Ultherapy is to stimulate collagen, which is really an important factor that we should all be considering in our skincare. So speaking of collagen, that's actually one of the first benefits that I really noticed after the procedure was done and some time had passed. Like I mentioned earlier, this really is more of a gradual process, but there are things that I've been noticing even in this 2-month span. I noticed that my skin felt and looked a lot healthier, it's plumper, and I really think that that's a result of the Ultherapy. I'm also so excited because I'm starting to see that definition take place also. I did like a before and after side by side, and you know how sometimes you see yourself every day, obviously, so it's hard to see any change or like transformation happen. But seriously, when I put those photos next to each other, I was blown away by how much progress had been made already. And it's not even done. Like, it hasn't even fully kicked in yet, and like, it's already mind-blowing.